She's a double Olympic champion and 7-time world champion. She has 88 World Cup victories across the 6 disciplines and is the only athlete to win in all 6. And the list goes on and on. Mikaela Shiffrin is taking home major wins and helping to boost the excitement around women's ski racing in the process. She is here now to talk about her career and yet another accomplishment that she's now celebrating. Mikaela, thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
So obviously we've been tracking your career. Earlier this month became the winningest alpine skier of all time at the World Cup. Only 28 years old. What was that moment like?
It's a little bit strange because it's it's a sum of your entire career, and of course I'm not finished, but my entire career to date summed up with 88 victories, which, I mean, it all came together in the blink of an eye when I crossed the finish line. It's a little bit too much to actually, for me, it's too much to process. I don't really even try to let it sink in because it's...
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's been 12 years since I started racing World Cup. This race was 10 years to the day of my first victory in the same location.
Do you still love it?
I do still love it. I mean, at this point, it's the only reason I'm doing the only reason I'm doing it, because if you don't love it, then it's not really worth it. But I love the feeling of skiing. When I'm skiing well, it's like when you have a dream, just a moment before you dream that you're falling, there's a moment where you're like floating, and that's the feeling. It's just, it's unbelievable. And I wish more people got to experience it, actually.
Of course, you know, you've been training your whole life, but what does it take to really compete at this level? And not just compete, but excel and be the best? It's a lot of dedication. It's pretty much, it's a 24/7 job, pretty much every day of the year. I mean, even when we get time off, I'm gonna have a little break and go on vacation in May, and I'm still gonna be in the gym every single day, getting my workouts in and whatnot. You can't ever let yourself go because the sport is too physically demanding to be able to get back, and you need to be ready to go. Tell us about your latest endeavor with serving underserved youth in sports.
Yeah, so a couple years ago with the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Organization, I started the JSARF Fund in honor of my dad and in order to help U.S. ski and snowboard athletes kind of weather the storm through the COVID period. And one of my ultimate goals is to create kind of a branch of this that would branch out and actually help underserved youth get into sports, and with the idea that especially these last few years, the next generation of kids coming into our world, our next world leaders, our next athletes, the people that we want to excel in the world and lead us into a better future, have had 2 to 3 years of underdevelopment in school, underdevelopment in sports and physical activity, really on every level.
Well, thank you in advance for what you're doing and your vision. We can tell that, you know, your heart is into it. Do you have a vision board for yourself? Like, after do you check off all the wins, and now is there, like, the next career goal?
I don't, not in so many words, but I've started to, this season, I started a journal that was just kind of like spitballing ideas that, because I've been thinking a lot about this, especially going hand in hand with winning the 87th race and resetting that record. And I want it to mean more than just a record, like not just a record. Of course, that means a lot, but it means something in the ski racing world. And I would, I don't know, I would like it to be more meaningful, and maybe that's actually an innately selfish thing to think that I could make it more than it is, but
I don't think so.
Ski racing has given me so much in my life, and I want to use that for something beyond just myself.
Mikaela Shiffrin, how admirable, and we are just continue to be in awe of you, what you do on and off the slopes. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you coming by.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.